Meldrick Moment Extendo Edition Live, episode number 270. I am your host, Yusuf Ali. You saw the title. Let's just get it started. I got an update from last week when I was telling y'all about the Generation Z protest in Nepal. Well, it worked. They got their social medias back and they got a new president. So, you know, so what? Somebody got shot. Maybe a couple people might have got shot and injured and hurt and bleeding from the head. But at least now, they can talk about it on TikTok and make reels. For once, Generation Z did something right, other than argue with people who was actually there. I got another update from a story from a couple months ago. The guy had faked his death so he can live with his new girlfriend in Uzbekistan, and he was over there for about 89 days to be exact, because he got 89 days in jail. They gave him a day for every day he was missing, and he went over there because he was broke. For one, he had all this debt, and then his wife and kids, they didn't love him no more. So he like, I could kill myself, but that's no, I don't want to do that. I can kill this guy though, and then go start a new life. And like I said, he was 89 days in, and then they caught up with him, and now he got to pay back all the money that they spent trying to look for him. So, I guess he's going back to jail, but at least he got a new girlfriend this time. They're having a problem. I think it's Dallas. They're having a problem with in the Indian community. They're saying they keep getting harassed by the whites, and this most recent incident was terrible. It was an Indian dude and a white dude arguing at the laundromat, and I don't know what the exact laundry argument was. Maybe somebody's quarters came up missing. Maybe you jumped in somebody's dryer, stole some drawers. I don't know. Various reasons to argue at the laundromat, but none should lead to somebody getting their head cut off, which was happened to the Indian dude. And it was terrible. Like, the dude was holding the head. It was like a Mortal Kombat, but it was like at the laundromat. Mortal Laundromat. Um, and the worst part is, if you got mad about laundry, that blood ain't never coming out of your shirt. Recently, they did a study. I love studies, depending on what they're studying. But this one, I don't know. You be the judge. They took a study on which legs the octopus use more. Like, I guess because they all kind of like the same. Ain't none of them got no ankles on them, so you don't know which one's the actual leg, and they all sticking out the front. So they figured out that they use the four of them for the back and four of them for the front. A lot of unnecessary money was spent. Is the point? We got starvation and homelessness, and you out here worrying about which legs the octopus use as legs. Man, if you don't buy somebody some sandwiches. Speaking of wasting money, um, I read an article. They said that the tourism to the leprosy, the old leprosy colonies in Hawaii, is skyrocketing, and business is booming for some reason, which I don't understand, because you know they sick people, and you in Hawaii, you supposed to be there to have fun, and they got waterfalls and all that other surfing, and you like, no, let's go to where the sick people live. Like, come on, man, you that bored in Hawaii? Go back home. In financial news, they're saying that babysitting is no longer just for teens. Actually, it's damn near not for teens anymore, because the adults are not only taking the jobs, but they just decide to do it themselves because they can't afford it. We can't afford to give kids like $30, $40 just to watch kids. So it's like parents are finding alternate ways. Uh, Older siblings doing it themselves, whatever it takes to not pay these kids. So like, I don't know. I don't know if it. I guess it's good that parents are, you know, taking a bigger role in their kids' lives, but it's bad to have these, broke teenagers roaming the streets now. So if you get your windows smashed in, that's your fault. Prize, for anybody under 40, that's the rapper who was in the Fugees. Rapper, because that's what you want to call what he was doing. He was supposed to go to jail or get sentenced for. Remember, he had some type of fraud case with a. It was big. It was like some type of money laundering scheme. It was a big deal, and so he was gonna go to jail, but they had to postpone it for prostate cancer. He got prostate cancer, so he had to go to get like emergency surgery or something like that. And as far as excuses go, you can't beat prostate cancer. Well, you hope you can beat it. You know what I'm saying? They come to find out another study that the internet is causing people to get hemorrhoids. Like, here's how they link it: people using their phone too much while they're sitting on the toilet, hence hemorrhoids. Which I didn't know it worked like that. People used to read books before phones, like, so books didn't get you hemorrhoids, just social media. So I don't know. It sounds like propaganda. It sounds like reefer madness to me. But they telling y'all to stay off of the toilet with the phone. I don't know if this big books trying to spread this message, but I'm just telling y'all because they told me. If you don't want, social media coming out your ass, then leave your phone on the table. The Fox News host this week, he got away with saying something that should have been a bigger deal, but I guess because of the rest of the week, it kind of flew under the radar. They was talking about homeless people, and one news host said, if they're not going to abide by the rules and take a part of these homeless programs, then I don't know. I hate to say it, but we might have to put them in jail. And he said that like it was the absolute worst thing you could do, which it is. Like, going to jail is bad. It's so bad that people would rather be homeless. Like, you could do a petty crime. You could, I don't know, steal a bike and then go to jail for the weekend, at least get you at least a shower. But they're like, no, I'd rather take my chances with this dumpster and this stick. Anyway, so while we thinking that's the worst thing that can happen to these homeless dudes if they don't want to take a part in the program, the other hosts say, or we can just give them a lethal, involuntary lethal injection. Just kill them. And then the other guy was just like, yeah. And then it just kept talking like he ain't just say just kill people. And I don't know. I guess he probably parked real close to a bunch of encampments on his way into work, and he probably just can't take it no more. And he just said what he was feeling. But you can't kill people just for being homeless. Number one, what's the rules? Like, what's the time frame on being homeless before you get killed? How long you got to get your shit together? Like, can I be out here for like 30 days, or do I get like 6 months before I get the shot? Make y'all mind up, man. If that's gonna be the rule. In local news, normally I try to do like worldwide news or whatever, but this only affects LA locals or some visitors. It depends on how you living. But Figueroa is back to normal on the stroll side of things. For a minute it was down, but I did see a mother-daughter combination talking about how the strip has revived. So like it's back. In case you was wondering, you can go on back on up there. It's back open for business. Go on up there, take your balls.
Cleveland, this is for you. Hello, motherfucker.